We are live. We are live. Hello everyone. This is La Dietro Vale. This is the leader Angela. As usual, she's getting restless. We're closing in on her dinner time. How are you today? I hope that you're okay. We are very tired, per usual. And it's gonna be a difficult month because I have a lot of work. Basically 7 days a week, which is kind of not okay. At least need 1 day off. But it is kind of in preparation to this more and more, if I can. What's new? Something new? Now I still need to do the work on the house. I have almost all the products. Still waiting on one delivery. I did not figure out what the issue was yesterday. I hope it doesn't happen again. Which was last stuff? Right, we finished Novaria yesterday. We kind of went through some themes. I kind of want to get rid of the Codex as much as I can today, so I can practice a bit of English. Se ci riusciamo. Mira patellina. Ci proviamo. We will try. We'll try to do that. What else? Weather is getting kind of summery vibes early this year. Well, earlier and earlier, yes. Even though I'm up in the mountains. Gotta be careful and start using some sunscreen. And remember to drink water. Speaking of, you as well. I hope you stay hydrated. It's kind of difficult since I never had the instinct to drink. So usually that says that you're well hydrated. I don't think that's the case. Because when you do have the instinct to drink, it's probably you've already been needing water for a while. And so it's better not to. Although it's tough for me to keep the same habits, the same, because every day I have different things to do. Although this month should bring me some more exhaustion and some patterns of same times, same hours, and even though different tasks every day, I don't know very well how to prepare for them. It's very outdoorsy work. Say my gardening work. It's more like garbage pickup, cleaning, you know, rather than full gardening. I hope I get to learn how to use like the, you know, this thing with the rubbery filaments. You just take the sidewalks out. You know? I'll have to learn how to and change. I like the intricate manual stuff. But, physically, I have to be careful because I can't really handle that much in a row. So we got 4-hour shifts. For me, after 2 hours and a half, it starts getting... If there weren't any people around, like if I was on my own just doing stuff, I probably could manage. I just get this task, this task, this task. If you finish this, then if it's organized like that, for me, it'd be quite easy. But if there's people, then people need to talk or exchange, they're tired, they're stressed out, and gets me a little bit loopy and tired more, and tired more quickly. And I don't know if it's I eat enough, should eat more, what kind of meal should I have, what kind of breakfast should I have. I try to keep it light so that I don't barf or I don't have intestinal issues, but I mean, after a lot of physical work, you need substance, you need something to carry you through. And having been using sugar to push through, like, it's not, I don't recommend it to use that, even though it's the easy way when you have short speed manual labor. It's better to have, for longer periods of time, it's better to have some carbs. And or if you're lifting, lifting is an issue a little bit because it triggers my wounds, my previous job's wounds. Shouldn't do much lifting, but it depends how long, what kind. If people are corroborating or they're just like mumbling, it's like, I don't want to do that. It's just it's more tiring and it takes more effort when there's not like an enjoyment of the task from me by colleagues, and or there's other stuff going on. People have personal stuff just like we do, and navigating that now. And then the choices that we need to make, I mentioned them were before the weekend. We have to see if we actually have the other job or not, because if we're gonna continue it or not, because we don't have any entanglements of such, but it is becoming like a big issue, and it was just a little chunk, and now it's become a full crater, because there's lots of stuff that have not been cleared up, and it's a bit tough. You give people the benefit of the doubt, because you want to work, you enjoy very much that work, especially if it's remote and it allows me to take care of myself a little bit more, being in a personal environment rather than an office environment. Although I'm not particularly fond of office work, I just just not really. I also cannot do like overtly manual labor anymore for too long, even though I'm still very young. The wounds that I received and the toll that I'm still carrying through, it makes it still very difficult to do for prolonged period of time. And if I rest, then it's a bigger problem, because then I wonder, and it's better to just complete one task, so I'm just completed, and that's it. If then you complete the task, because you completed maybe a 2-hour task, you complete it in 1 hour, then for the next hour you do another task instead of resting. And that's it's same old issue that we navigate financials and or job labors by hourly, rather than by individuals' timelines of people to worker. And it's very difficult for people who can manage tasks quicker, but also for people who need more time to manage tasks. Whether you need more time to learn how to use something, and you're just pressured, then you're pressured to go faster, then just it can lead to getting used to it because you cannot follow your normal timetable, your normal clock, and it creates a lot of issues. Then the working world and the businessy world does not encompass, because there is no femininity into the system, so there is very little taking care of life, which is workers. It's not the end client, because you can make anything appear. There's advertisements, there's all sorts of stuff, there's marketing, there's all sorts of stuff you make appear, and then behind the scenes, then there's a lot of bad stuff going on, and what people are sacrificed, what people's necessity and needs is sacrificed, because there is no system that encompasses and puts it in place besides productivity, percentages, money, time is money, da 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 da. And that's the consequence of that is a lot of harmed people, a lot of people that are hurt. They get some people get this to full extent of disability, so other people don't have the chance. They may end up in the streets, they might end up being able to take care of themselves or their families, and end up being replaced in the sense that they need to be taken care of, but there is no help in that manner to even translate yourself from that position to the other, whether it's therapy, whether it's doctor, whether it's meds, whether it's lifestyle, whether it's location, whether it's certain weather, temperatures, whether it's food, inflammation, all of that, whether it's rest. You need to sleep more, you need to have better routines, or you have routines at all. You just need to have a routine, consistent one. And sometimes it's tough, especially for neurodivergency, because not even neuronormative is considered. Go figure if neurodivergency is considered like hypersensitivity. It just becomes like you're an issue, you're a nuisance to to the boss or the system hierarchy, whether it could be stockholder, whatever it is, that just looks at a number, that just looks at a percentage. This person completed more than this person, therefore, and it's just that's not reality. And a lot of people then kind of abuse themselves and abuse the system, and then creating forfeiting rules in the workplace where they pretend to work but they're not working. Then there's all these things then become part of the. And it's for me, like, it's very tiring. It's just like dealing with just feeling stuck in the middle of this stuff. It's very vexing. Rather than just having the common goal, it's just completely one-sided, and it's completely excessive and extreme, and just anti-life. Right? Just I wish it was just an opinion. It's just like a real life experience that many people all over the world who don't really either think, or they fully don't have a voice, whether they're threatened violently or by a contract or whatever it is, a survivalism of their family, whatever, a sick son or daughter, whatever, parent that you need to pay bills and stuff like that, and it's all consuming instead of helping. And it's really sad, because then we fuel aggression, we fuel war, we fuel we fuel separation, and then there's also a lot of consequences of that I'm sure there's plenty of competent professionals who can speak about that, or people on the web who try to help. whether it's a therapist doing a short on YouTube, whether it's, you know, an article, an in-depth article, whether it's, you know, a laboratory discovery, whether it's, you know, a government official in whatever placement they are, that they try to push for the truth to be heard, and for actual people forefronted resolutions are brought forward that take care of people, not biased help, just like people, you know, whatever his background, whatever it is, the colors, religion, politics, ideologies, whatnot. Even though there could be strict belief, even maybe rightfully so, of not helping certain kinds of people who hurt other people willingly and willy-nilly. But again, I think that the only enemy that is the truth, besides the malevolence that is just is acts from people, actions, whether it's words or physical actions, you know, mental, emotional, physical actions, is ignorance. With that, let's try to be less ignorant in this fictional world by reading some Codex, because I've already talked way too much cheese. Or maybe not not enough. I love you too. I love you too, potato. Can we read some Codex? Or can we listen? We're gonna listen to some Codex first.
The home world and capital of humanity is entering a new golden age. The resource wealth of a dozen settled colonies and 100 industrial outposts flows back to Earth, fueling great works of industry, commerce, and art. The great cities are greening as arcology skyscrapers and telecommuting allow more efficient use of land. Earth is still divided among nation-states, though all are affiliated beneath the overarching banner of the Systems Alliance. While every human enjoys a longer and better life than ever, the gap between rich and poor widens daily. Advanced nations have eliminated most genetic disease and pollution. Less fortunate regions have not progressed beyond 20th century technology and are often smog-choked, overpopulated slums. Sea levels have risen 2 meters in the last 200 years, and violent weather is common due to environmental damage inflicted during the late 21st century. The past few decades, however, have seen significant improvement due to recent technological advances.
Just to bring a bit more specificity, femininity is in his healthy placement, just like male, just like masculinity in this healthier placement is very much in need, and not this like abrasive notions and superficialistic new word of applying in very layered and competent segments. That there should be more layered and more orderly, organized, not an extremist order, just like, you know, some movements have become throughout history, because that's not being a healthy placement. Ignorance.
Pharos is a habitable world. Vermeer is a lush world located on the frontier of the Attican Traverse. Its vast seas and orbital position on the inner life zone have created a wide equatorial band of humid, tropical terrain. Only the political instability of the region has impeded efforts at colonization. Many times the Citadel has opened negotiations to settle Vermeer with various criminal gangs and petty dictatorships in the nearby Terminus systems. All fell apart due to internal power shifts within the opposing parties. The Citadel has written off the colonization of Vermeer as impossible without significant political change. The Terminus powers themselves are unlikely to ever settle Vermeer. Most lack the resources to support settlement of a virgin world, finding it more expedient to steal from their neighbors than build for themselves.
We got ships.
The Normandy, Sovereign, is the flagship of the rogue Spectre's Sarin. An enormous dreadnought larger than any other ship in any known fleet, it is crewed with both Geth and Krogan. At 2 kilometers long, its spinal-mounted main gun is likely capable of penetrating another dreadnought's kinetic barriers with a single shot. How Sarin acquired this incredible warship is unknown. The prevailing opinion is that Sovereign is a Geth construct, while others believe it is a Prothean relic. Its design, however, hints at a more alien and mysterious origin. The attack on Eden Prime demonstrated Sovereign's ability to generate mass effect fields powerful enough to land on a planetary surface. This implies it has a massive Element Zero core and the ability to generate staggering amounts of power. Ship mobility dominates space combat. The primary objective is to align the mass accelerator along the bow with the opposing vessel's broadside. Battles typically play out as artillery duels, fought at ranges measured in thousands of kilometers, though assaults through defended mass relays often occur at knife fight ranges, as close as a few dozen kilometers. Most ship-to-ship engagements are skirmishes between patrol vessels of cruiser weight and below, with dreadnoughts and carriers only deployed in full-scale fleet actions. Battles in open space are short and often inconclusive, as the weaker opponent typically disengages. Once a ship enters FTL flight, the combat is effectively over. There are no sensors capable of tracking them or weapons capable of damaging them. The only way to guarantee an enemy will stand and fight is to attack a location they have a vested interest in, such as a settled world or a strategically important mass relay.
Oh boy. We gotta read so much. Okay. FTL drive charge. As positive or negative electric current is passed through an FTL drive core, it acquires a static electrical charge. Drives can be operated on average of 50 hours before they reach charge saturation. This change is proportional to the magnitude of a mass reduction. A heavier or faster ship reaches saturation more quickly. If the charge is allowed to build, the core will discharge into the hull of a ship. All ungrounded crew members are fried to a crisp, all electronic systems are burned out, and metal bulkheads may be melted and fused together. The safest way to discharge a core is to land on a planet and establish a connection to the ground like a lightning rod. Larger vessels like dreadnoughts cannot land and must discharge it to a planetary magnetic field. The ship passes the charge from the drive core to the exterior armored hull, then dives into the magnetic field. As the hull discharges, sheets of lightning jump away into the field, creating beautiful auroral displays on the planet. The ship must retract its sensors and weapons while dumping charge to prevent damage, leaving it blind and helpless. Discharging at a moon with a weak magnetic field can take days. Discharging into the powerful field of a gas giant may require less than an hour. Deep space facilities such as the Citadel often have special discharge facilities for visiting ships. Space combat endurance. Heat limits the length and intensity of a ship-to-ship combat. Starships generate enormous heat when they fire high-energy weapons, perform maneuvering burns, and run onboard combat electronics. In combat, warships produce heat more quickly than they can disperse. As the heat builds within a vessel, the crewed spaces become increasingly uncomfortable. Before the heat reaches lethal levels, a ship must win or retreat by entering FTL. After an FTL run, the ship halts, shuts down non-essential systems, and activates the heat radiation gear. Combat endurance varies by ship design and by the battle's location. Battles in the deep cold of interstellar space can go on for some time. Engagements in close to a star are brief. Since habitable worlds are usually close to a star, battles over them are frantic. Heat management. The dispersal of heat generated by onboard system is a critical issue for a ship. If it cannot deal with heat, the crew may be cooked within the hull. Radiation is the only way to shed heat in a vacuum. Civilian vessels utilize large, fragile radiator panels that are impossible to armor. Warships use diffuse radiator arrays, DRA, ceramic strips along the exterior or the armored hull. These make the ship appear striped to thermographic sensors. Since the arrangement of the strips depend on the internal configuration of the ship, the patterns for each vessel are unique and striking. On older ships, the DRA strips could become red or white hot. Dubbed tiger stripes or war paint by humans, the glowing DRA had a psychological impact on pirates and irregular forces. Strip radiators are not as efficient as panels, but if damaged by enemy fire, the ship only loses a small portion of its total radiation capacity. In most cases, a vessel's DRA alone allows it to cruise with no difficulties. Operations deep within a solar system can cause problems. A ship engaged in combat can produce titanic amounts of heat from maneuvering burns and weapons fire. When fighting in a high heat environment, warships employ high-efficiency droplet heat sinks. In a droplet system, tanks of liquid sodium or lithium absorb heat within the ship. The liquid is vented from spray nozzles near the bow as a thin sheet of millions of micrometer-scaled droplets. The droplets are caught at the stern and recycled into the system. A droplet system can sink 100 times as much heat as DRA strips. Droplet sheets resemble a surface ship's wake through the water. The wake peels out in sharp turns, spreading a fan of droplets as the ship changes vectors and leaves the coolant behind. I think I read the combat drones. I think I read these or no. Vehicles, combat drones. Drones are small robots used to support and supplement organic soldiers on the battlefield. They have no artificial intelligence of any kind but follow fixed manual adaptive programs. Most varieties employ mass effect levitation to improve mobility. All modern armies rely on veritable fleets of drones for routine soldiering, static garrisons, patrols, etc. The use of drones as non-critical duties keeps manpower needs down and reduces casualties in low-intensity conflicts. Less advanced races and cultures with less sensitivity to casualties have correspondingly fewer drones in their inventory. Drones are of little use in conventional open field battles, as they are poorly armed and armored. In addition to combat drones, support drones are used to assist organic units in the field. Reconnaissance drones are small, stealthy craft that screen combat units in the field and warn commanders when enemies are spotted. Electronic warfare drones supplement battlefield technicians, serving as mobile jammers and ELINT. Electronic intelligence, oh hiccups. Electronic intelligence gathering platforms. Military and civilian police utilize Dazzler drones equipped with powerful strobe lights to disorient and subdue intruders using non-lethal force. Drone formations are officially referred to as wings. Deploy the 4th Assault Drone Wing on the left flank. Common soldiers often refer to friendly formation as flocks and enemy formations as swarms. Disruptor torpedoes. Disruptor torpedoes are powered projectiles with warheads that create random and unstable mass effect fields when triggered. These fields warp space-time in a localized area. The rapid asymmetrical mass charges cause the target to rip itself apart. In-flight torpedoes use a mass-increasing field, making them too massive for enemy kinetic barriers to repulse. This extra mass gives torpedoes very sluggish acceleration making them easy prey for defensive Guardian weapons. So torpedoes have to be launched at very close range. Torpedoes are the main anti-ship weapon used by fighters. They are launched from point-blank range in ripple-fire waves reminiscent of the ancient Calliope rocket artillery launchers, thus their popular nickname Callies. By saturating defensive Guardian systems with multiple targets, at least few will get through. Whoa. Okay. What should I do? The aliens or humanity? It's 2 planets. What we got? Station. Arcturus Station. Arcturus Station is the gateway to Sol, a 5-kilometer diameter Stanford tourist-type space station at the trillion Lagrange point of the gas giant Themis. Construction of the Arcturus Station began in 2151 and concluded in 2162. It was inaugurated in 2156 and has served as the military and political headquarters of the Systems Alliance from the First Continental War until the present. When humanity activated the Charon mass relay in 2149, it led to Arcturus, 36 light years from Sol, Earth's sun. Arcturus is the 3rd brightest star seen from Earth. It is an ancient red giant from the generation born before Sol. Its worlds are either gas giants or ice chunks. While some rocky debris exists, the metal content is 25% lower than normal. To build Arcturus Station, metallic asteroids were towed through the mass relays to the construction sites. Many of these asteroids remain near the station. They mined out areas home to transient populations. Their expense of bringing construction materials into the system was acceptable due to its strategic value. With 3 primary mass relay in addition to the secondary one to Sol, Arcturus is a major communications and military choke point. The Alliance First Fleet is based in Arcturus, where it can guard the gates out to Sol and react to incursions in the 3 connected clusters. The station also hosts Systems Alliance Parliament, and the Systems Alliance Military General Headquarters. Its permanent population is approximately 45,000. Arcturus is actually from the galactic halo, one of a cluster of 52 stars that are crashing through the disk of the galaxy. In 1 billion years, Arcturus will be sailing through the depths of extragalactic dark space. Humanity and the Systems Alliance. Humanity diplomatic relations. Humanity has encountered many galactic species. Wars have been few, but mistrust is rife. What? Politically, the Alliance is a peaceful trade partner of the Turians. As a practical matter, however, there is similar antagonism and bigotry between both populations over the First Continental War of 2157. The Alliance enjoys good relations with the Asari, though many privately believe the matriarchs are aristocratic and overcautious. Though humans know better than to unconditionally trust any Solarian, they share reckless ways to make them natural allies against the conservative Turians and Asari. The Krogan have no unified government, but individuals are generally treated as potential criminals, a reputation most Krogan enjoy living down to. The Alliance has no formal contact with the Quarians. Their macro fleet has not yet passed through any human-settled system. Libertarians are rivals for control. While the Skillian Verge, they severed their treaties with the Citadel to prosecute a colonial conflict against the Alliance. Officially, there is no war, but neither is there any peace. Systems Alliance Geological Survey. As the human race expands its territory and raises the general standard of living, demand for industrial resources continues to grow. Many planets, moons, and asteroids contain a wealth of resources, but many systems have barely been charted, let alone thoroughly surveyed. Unmanned probes are one solution, but they are often lost to space hazards, unforeseen circumstances, or theft by salvagers. In recent years, AG5, the Alliance Geological Service, has offered bounties to private individuals or teams willing to perform mineralogical surveys on the frontier. This survey data is made publicly available to further corporate development. Due to the cost of travel and the dangers of operating on hostile worlds, it is rarely a profitable endeavor. Light metals, metals with low atomic weight, are often used in the construction of spacecraft and vehicles. Heavy metals. Metals with higher atomic weights are used to construct equipment's components. The platinum group elements are particularly useful. Rare earths. Most useful materials in this category are radioactive or magnets, gases. Various gases are required to support all known forms of sapient life. Some are commonly used as fuel. Systems Alliance Military Doctrine. The military alliance is of great concern to the galaxy. At first contact with the Turians, they were completely inexperienced. Turian disdain changed to respect after the relief of Shanxi, where the humans surprised them with novel technologies and tactics. The human devotion to understanding and adapting to modern space warfare stunned the State Council races. State? For hundreds of years, they have lived behind secure walls or long-proven technologies and tactics. The Council regards the Alliance as a sleeping giant. Less than 3% of human volunteers to serve in their military, a lower proportion than any other species. While competent Alliance soldiers are neither as professional as the Turians nor as skilled as the Asari. The strengths lie in fire support, flexibility, and speed. They make up for lack of numbers with sophisticated technological support, VIs, drones, artillery, electronic warfare, and emphasis on mobility and individual initiative. Their doctrine is not based on absorbing and dishing out heavy shocks like the Turians and Krogan. Rather, they bypass enemy strong points and launch deep into their rear, cutting supply lines and destroying headquarters and support units, leaving enemies to wither on the vine. On defense, the human military is a rapid reaction force that lives by Sun Tzu's maxim: he who tries to defend everything defends nothing. Garrisons are intended for scouting rather than combat, avoiding engagement to observe and report on invaders using drones. The token garrisons of human colonies make it easy for alien powers to secure them, for which the Alliance media criticizes the military. However, the powerful fleets stationed at phase-gate nexuses such as Arcturus are just a few hours or days from any colony within their sphere of responsibility. In the event of an attack, they respond with overwhelming force. System Alliance Military Ranks. The Alliance uses a modified version of the ranking system that has been used for hundreds of years. Soldiers are classified into rank-and-file enlisted personnel, experienced non-commissioned officers, NCOs, and specially trained officers. The divide between naval personnel and ground forces Marines is small. Ground units are a specialized branch of the fleet, just as fighter squadrons are. This unit of command is opposed by the futility of fighting without control of orbit. Without the Navy, any army is pointless. Marines, as a matter of pride, maintain some of the traditional rank titles. For example, Marines have privates and corporals instead of servicemen. In ascending order of responsibility, the ranks of the Alliance are: enlisted, servicemen 3rd class, private 2nd class, servicemen 2nd class, private 1st class, servicemen's 1st class, corporal. NCOs, service chief, gunnery chief, operations chief, officers: 2nd lieutenant, 1st lieutenant, staff lieutenant, lieutenant commander, staff commander, captain major, rear admiral general, admiral, fleet admiral. The Alliance Military Vocational Code system classified the career path of all serving personnel. The MVC consists of one letter and one number. A soldier's MVC indicates proficiency, not rank. The letter notes career path. The number indicates level of experience, as indicated the service record. Technical scores and commendations. All 26 letters are used and numbers run from 1 to 7. N is the letter code for Special Forces personnel. Oof. Should we do extinct races? Mars-Urans. Right. Prothean Mars-Urans. After 20 years of manned research outposts and nearly a century of robotic exploration, in the European Space Agency's Lowell City became the first permanent settlement on Mars in 2103. Within a decade, the United States and China had founded permanent settlements as well. The South Polar region of Prometheus planet developed a Bermuda Triangle reputation. Satellites detected intermittent mass concentrations of magnetic field shifts. In 2148, prospectors working near the Zero crater discovered an underground complex, a Prothean observation post. The odd phenomena were generated by the operation and discharge of Mass Effect core struggling to function despite 50 millennia of neglect. Earth was electrified by the news. Humanity was unequivocally alone. While courts battled over who owned the ruins, the international scientific community coordinated a massive effort to access, translate, and interpret the databanks recovered from the facility. The facility proved to be a biosciences observation post built when Homo sapiens were first evolving on Earth. While the motives of the Proteans are not certain, translated records indicate that the facility was in regular communication with automated observation platforms in Earth orbit and on the lunar near side. The half-dozen Mass Effect spaceships found in the facility were presumably used for first-hand observation. Okay. We leave these two for later. Journal. So we need to race against time, find the conduit. But I think we're gonna go to first. But I'm gonna try to do all of these first. Let's see what we got here. A rear admiral.
10 hut.
At ease. Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
We weren't told to expect you, sir. I would have prepared a formal greeting.
Spare me the pleasantries. I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. And the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
Well, think of it as an opportunity.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Sheppard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
Just not over-designed.
The Normandy is a fine ship, sir. She's served us well so far.
It's a gimmick, Commander. Useless in a
Judgy.
stand-up fight. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we
usual,
could have had a
Scott
heavy
money.
cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
Sure.
We'd be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long. Commander, I'm not happy.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
It's a Turian design.
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates, rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe. But that's not the job of a proper warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan?
Bathroom.
Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species
Everybody's a
with
spy.
suspicion and
Everybody's a
distrust won't win
spy.
hearts and minds.
They're out to get
As
us.
the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't
Jesus.
been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
I think the Normandy is a good ship, sir. Even if you disagree, you have to see that her joint construction and multiracial crew make the Alliance look better.
Your job is to look good, Commander. The Alliance navies is to win wars. I'm not convinced Normandy isn't a waste of taxpayer money, but I am convinced that you believe otherwise, and that you'll use it to its best ability. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I'd planned. Good hunting, Commander Sheppard. Make us proud.
Oof. Aye, aye, sir. Well, we got experience from that. Thank goodness I invested.
So, Liara, you've spent 50 years studying Prothean ruins and artifacts.
Points.
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
Agreed.
Well, I think you've spoken for scientists everywhere, Liara.
Commander Sheppard, sorry to bother you. This is Lieutenant Girard down in the docking bay. There is a woman here. She was rescued from Batarian slavers a few weeks ago. She is from Mindoir. I guess she was taken in the raid on your town.
Can I help?
She's been a slave for the past 13 years? Is she alright?
Not really. She's a little messed up. She got free somehow, grabbed a gun from one of my guys. Now she's holed up here in the docking bay. She says she wants to die. I hoped you'd talk to her. It's a long shot, but you went through the same thing. The raid. I figured maybe you could talk her out of her tree.
Of course.
I'm on my way, Lieutenant. Sit tight.
Wait, where is she?
Anything you could do would be great. I don't want to... she's been through enough. I'll have my men stand by for you.
Wait, where is she? Oddi. In the docking bay. Okay.
Police have been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
Sure.
What do you want to know?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race.
She know that we don't
People want to
here.
get a sense of how you'll do that. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its
Everybody
design
do.
incorporates many innovations,
Give everybody
all of
their
which
due.
are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander. Speaking of your new job, did the Council order you to sabotage human research concern on Noveria?
Separation. Clickbaiting. It's not good for us. It's not good.
The Council had nothing to do with it. There was an accident at Binary Helix Labs. In the interest of protecting the company's confidentiality, I can't say more.
That's a surprising revelation, Commander. We've had nothing but stonewalling from Binary Helix. Given your recent experiences, do you think humanity will ever get the respect it deserves from the galactic community?
Respect's a funny thing. People always assume they deserve it. The truth is, respect is earned. And I firmly believe we can earn it.
You're an idealist, Commander, but a sincere one. I hope you're right. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Who's behind Eden
Saren
Prime?
instigated the attack on our colony at Eden Prime. Once his involvement was proven to the Council, I was assigned to bring him in.
That's surprising, Commander. The official line says that Eden Prime was attacked by rogue synthetics.
Oh,
Good luck in your mission. Thank you for your time, Commander Sheppard.
nobody gave us the media training. why did they say that it was the council is trying to protect the fact that that Saren is involved. It was their agent. It puts in the Spectre thing. That's supposed to be secret. Person of interest. CSEC is investigating a woman named Helena Blake. There is no hard evidence against her, but if the police reports are correct, she's a powerful criminal element on the Citadel. She was last seen near the Emporium on the Presidium. I did not remember that there were additional missions over here.
Hello.
Hello. Select.
Good to see you, Commander.
Good to see you too. Good to see you. Good to see you. Where is the lady? Oh. Codex. Codex. Where did she said that she was in the docking bay. Right? He said she was in, isn't this the docking? No, this is CSEC. Where's the docking bay? Docking bay. Hello, Acquisition Officer.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Thank you. So since there is 8, would this be good for? But this was no, but the Spectre thing sure is. I need to see if I should. Oh, oh, yes, and yes. Those cost a lot of money. We'll do it for our acquisition officer. No, we wanna help the lady that wants to get back.
Presidium technicians are struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do.
Okay.
CSEC is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
Okay. Vandalism. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Commander, glad to see you.
Wish it were under better circumstances. Where is she?
Behind those shipping containers. I've got a sniper position, but I don't think we'll need him. She's only a danger to herself. We've got a sedative to calm her down, but we can't get close to her. Every step we take gets her more wound up.
You seem awfully worried about her.
I'm just doing my job, Commander.
I hope I don't need it. Tell your men to stand by.
Don't push her too hard. If she seems liable to pull the trigger, back off, or walk away. I am willing to wait her out. Good luck, Commander.
Before we go to her, we'll take a quick break so we can yes. 그냥 만자리 의자로 만자. 아 진짜. 지스프. Okay. I think I'll leave it like this so I don't have to change anything. I'll quickly go. Bathroom break. Let's go. 만자로. 만자로. 자. Wait. We want to relieve ourselves to the bathroom. And we're about to continue. I don't know, like I'm still wondering how to edit all these lives. Whether to make videos out of them, segment videos or clips. Or just leave them as they are. I don't know. Alright. Ready for some heavy subject. If you come to the point where your brain tells you, or you're emotionally overwhelmed, where you feel like you no longer want to stay in this material world plane, in this time and place, please ponder carefully whether you've exhausted all available options for competent help, and or why, and if you are absolutely sure that that choice is the right one based on why and what maybe cumulative placement brought you to that moment. Because it might be mental, it might be emotional, it might be physiological, and it might just be a moment, or it might just be a trend of something that has increased over time and there's no deflation, there's just desperation. And or, you know, there's a levity in that choice, but there is a scream for help because don't see any other options to get it. But there are helplines over the phone, over text. I think in most countries there should be. All you need is, you know, to Google it and to search and find it. It's very difficult, especially if you are underage, like if you're a minor and you're having these kind of thoughts, or you've already gone to the next stage of planning, and or you've gone even to the next stage of attempt, and or you've gone to the next stage of either being successful, being recuperated, or failing at it being a permanent solution. Sometimes we seek to re-own control that we don't feel, an agency that we don't feel we have anymore, or we never been given to in the first place. We've never been empowered to own in the first place, to see and to account and to be responsible for in the first place. And what happens most times is people who are either overly sensitive, they're overly overwhelmed, they either have extreme lacks in youth and in childhood of the pillars of development, whether it's affection, usually has to do with a sense of affection, a sense of being loved, a sense of being seen, a sense of being cared for who you are. And it could be familiar and or environmental and or cultural. There could be certain biases that prevent you, and because other people see you in a different way instead of what it actually is, and that prevents you from receiving and getting help. It prevents from the view that you are given to yourself, whether you are less than, whether you are stupid, whether your pain doesn't matter, whether, you know, you're minimized, gaslit, even by doctors. Hey, I wish I would be speaking hypothetically. Live the experience, and seen it happen also to other people. And it's jarring how someone's pain is very, very easily becomes someone's amusement, and or the denial that can be instilled into denying our own reaction that we did not decide for ourselves, but somehow that's not relevant, it's too much, it's not appropriate for, you know, whether you're in a public space, whether it's, and I always suggest, as I'm also journeying within myself every day, where does that come from? And sometimes people who need time to process, who are up here most of the time, you need time to process, you need more time to process, where in the immediacy which is needed for an immediate reaction and an acknowledgement of like, oh, this is too much for me, then you get to understand it later as you process it, and or maybe missing some details and some things where not following your instinct but then just rationalizing it. In the process of that, there's a denial of self, of your own, the value of your own reaction, whether it's an emotion. So it could be, you'd be angry, it could be amused, even happy. Sometimes we deny ourselves, you know, the smile because it's like it's inappropriate, or, and all of those things, all, you know, overall they should not be leading to this, but especially in formative years and childhood development, it's very important that certain pillars that are needed are recognized, and there should be like a check-in with some competent professionals, not just because you have the job. There should be some competence of both empathy and a practical and scientific assessment, where all mental, emotional, and physical are assessed of someone who's developing into their own self, and they are following their own self and their own skill set and their ability, and they're able to live and develop as themselves while also being part and feeling part of the environment around them. And whether that is not the case, there should be help right there to be, why is that? Where does that come from? And it's not about judgment or like this violent and aggressive blaming issues. It's, you know, like it's the dad, it's the absent this, it's the alcohol, and it's the, you know, it's the abuse this, abuse that. And unfortunately there's a lot of that, but or external factor. You could have a bully at school, both online and or offline, that can seem too much, and it's just overwhelming in the as it encompasses your whole world, where your whole world, you know, is going to school and learn, develop, and instead you're being hampered and you're being minimized by someone who's, the bullies are also people who are minimized, and they're not in a healthy placement. And I mean, it also carries through to adult life. You think that some patterns, and with school systems, they're kind of everywhere, because if people don't follow through in the development, we often remain stuck into like school years, especially emotional training, like who does that? Like, you have to have a parent who's hyperly aware and present to be able to instill and or give you tools to have access to yourself and the emotional autonomy, and to be in control when something just gets out of bounds. And there's also boundaries on. I mean, professionals are able to. There's plenty of written, video, audio evidence of professionals, instead testimony of professionals that have helping tools and or tips and or helplines, you know, where people you can get appointments with if you can. It's very delicate and open. It's a very delicate multi-parenthesis. But let's see if we can help this fictional character. Who represents like a real hello lady. Alright, for a moment I thought you were without clothes.
Stop!
Oh.
What are you?
My name is Sheppard. Lieutenant Gerard sent me to talk to you. What's your name?
Animals don't get names. The Masters put their symbols on her. Hot metal all over her back. She screams when they do it.
You're not an animal. Your parents. What did they call you? Do you remember them?
She remembers a lot of things. Talitha. They call her that. She doesn't remember the rest. Leave her alone.
What's the last thing you remember from Mindwar?
Fires. Smells of smoke and burning meat. Animals screaming as the Masters cage them.
Trauma. PTSD.
As they put the metal to their backs. Put the wires in their brains. She pretends to be dead. If she's dead, she can't work. But they know. She hopes they'll leave. But they put her in the pen. She didn't fight. She was already broken when they put the wires in.
Talitha, you were what, 6 years old? No one blames you for staying quiet and hoping they'd go away. The only person blaming you is you.
She wants to believe that. She wants to believe nothing would change. She doesn't want to be there anymore. In the pen, in the cages, lying quiet while they do things to her.
Oh, that's heavy. Oh, that's heavy. Abuse is heavy.
How did you get here? Did you escape?
She can't escape. They have chains, wires, needles. You go too far, they take your brains away. Animals like her come. Animals with guns. They make the Masters explode. She tries to fix the Masters, so they won't be mad at her. She puts all the reds and purples back in, but they don't move. The other animals take her.
You were afraid. All you'd known for 13 years was the Master's abuse, so you tried to heal them.
She doesn't want to see other animals. They're not real. They can't be real. They can't see her. If the animals can see her, then this is real. But it can't be. The wires, the chains, the hitting.
Denial.
This doesn't happen to her. It's another girl. A dirty girl. Stupid girl. She deserves it. It happens to her. Doesn't it? They see her, so it's real. She doesn't want it to be real.
It's interesting the steps that our brain, by the way, really good writing. It's interesting how the steps that our brain takes to protect us, to help us live another day. The unfortunate consequence of that could become like a cage and a trap. And we are stuck. She seems to be stuck, living in a memory, but also at the same time thinking that it's not real. And it's 13 years of that since she was 6.
What happened to your parents?
They wires. She sees them. They're yelling, "Run! Hide!" They hit the masters. But the masters, they have lights and hoses. He's melting! Shh! She doesn't want to see that! Don't make her look! Don't look! Stupid, stupid!
I know it hurts, Talitha. I'm sorry. But you need to deal with this. What happened to them? Think.
When she thinks, water comes out of her eyes. The masters beat her when she wastes water. So she doesn't think anymore. She sees them. Mommy and Daddy. Burning in white light, melting, going to pieces. They can't even say anything to her. They're dead, Sheppard. They try to save her and the masters burn them. Can she stop remembering now, please?
It's horrifying.
I was on Mindwar. My parents died in the raid.
Lying! You get hit for lying! Get the buzz or the burning. Can't be there. Why are you alive? Why are you? Why aren't you like her? Broken. Only fit to dig and carry.
It was hard.
For a while, I was broken. I lost my whole family, Talitha. My friends, my childhood. I had to pull myself up and keep going.
You lose your mommy and daddy, but you don't dig, you don't carry. You stand up. She wishes she could stand up.
Yeah, because people are different, and they have different ways to cope with things, and they have different reactions. They are kind of, I believe they're kind of, as you're a kid, you don't know, they're kind of encoded. Some you learn as a consequence, and some they are kind of encoded in you, like your first reactions to things as you start forming memories. Just like witnessing like your both of your parents, that your whole world just being burned alive right in front of you. It's insanity already. Like it's a lot. Plus the torture that she has to withstand while she doesn't have anything to cling on that is positive outside of that, as what her parents have done. He probably had, I don't remember where did he go after that? Was he taken in by Alliance? Right, he was taken in by Alliance. Yeah, he's older than her, right?
I'm going to take a step towards you now.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, she's no good! Don't want to be handled again!
I'm going to take a step towards you now. Okay?
She doesn't want... Don't touch her!
Am I pushing it? We are infringing the boundary.
I'm going to take a step towards you now.
Most people do not understand physical boundary. There's no consent in it, really.
Please don't touch her! She's dirty. You'll catch it.
Give her the sedative.
Talitha, this will make you sleep. If you fall asleep, they'll take you to a place where you can get better.
Will she have bad dreams?
Just a moment. Angela. 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 a yogurt while I was at it. She still have bad dreams. Reliving memories as a nightmare.
You'll dream of a warm place, and when you wake up, you'll be in it.
She'd like that. It hurts when I remember me. But she wants to remember.
Yeah. We helped her. That was nice.
Is it over, Commander?
I think she
took the sedative. She wants to get better, Lieutenant.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot. I didn't want to hurt her. It's just when I see her curled into a ball and shivering. She was only 6 when they took her. Why the hell are we out here if we can't even keep one little girl safe?
Bad things happen to good people, Lieutenant. That's why you and I are here. Don't wring your hands over her. Help her.
A lot of work to do.
Yes, sir. Thanks for your help, Commander. We are taking her to a counseling center. They'll help her get better.
A lot of good people that have to see horrifying things every day. What we're all capable of. Well, helps a fictional character. Hey, good job, Commander Sheppard. Job. You see? We helped. Man.
A research station on Noveria has reportedly been destroyed. The exact cause is currently unknown. Given the research conducted on Noveria, many are blaming the destruction on an experiment gone awry. Administrator Anoleus currently faces criminal charges as a result of the disaster, although the nature of the charges remains unclear.
And lies. Secrets and lies. Yes. Secrets and lies. Yeah.
Lieutenant, in the last few fights, your biotics seem to pack more punch. Is it practice, or are you actually getting stronger?
I've always held back a little when I use my powers on living targets. Fear of hurting someone, I guess. But after what I saw in Eden Prime, I'm not holding back anymore. Not against a Geth, not against anyone.
Oh. Encima. Mira. Potato. Oof. Officer Lang.
Hey, Commander Sheppard. Good to see you again. Anything you need?
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
See ya. Let's see. If I talk. Did we do our mission? I feel like we did our mission, but we don't have Garrus with us. We should have carried Garrus with us. I remember. Did we do our mission? I don't
Yes,
think we
Commander.
did.
Is there something I can do for you?
I'll be going now.
Sorry.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
Didn't we have mission from her? No. We didn't do it yet? I don't remember. When we go to the precision, we're gonna see if there's anybody we need to talk to. In the club. In the club. Good job. Hey, can I dance with Donna? Good dancing. Oh, that's it? You want to dance a little bit more, Sheppard? No? door and slam it
Thanks again for all
on
the help.
the dance floor. Good job.
For someone else.
Hey there, welcome to Flex.
Should we play a low stick, a high stick? Should we try it? Let's play. Oh, nice. We take it. We won. Only in the digital world. Only in the digital world. Ooh, this is risky. I'm gonna take the payout. And I'm playing again. Super risky. Perfect. Nice. We want a little bit. We want just a little bitty bit. We still want. I remember in I think my original playthrough, I did not win. I lost a lot of credits if I remember correctly. I kept playing. Be loading. We're going too fast. Going too fast, huh? Check out.
It's a bank statement. It shows that I bought something from you, and I bought it.
Well, thank you for buying from me, but this still doesn't prove that you purchased that item from my store.
But I didn't buy anything else here.
How do I know that? If you don't have the proof of purchase, I can't.
But
Sorry.
Some more stories. Oh. Cray.
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades. Welcome back, Earth Clan. Will you be needing supplies for your return to the colonies?
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
I hope so. Yes. I want this. Didn't I buy this? We'll buy more. I guess for higher end. And grenade. Upgrade 3, yes. We're getting all of them.
There are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
A fan.
Being a Spectre is a big responsibility. I just want to make humanity proud.
The vids are all talking about Commander Sheppard fighting for all of us back home. And they also say that you don't take crap from anybody. You're showing them what humans can do. Hey, can I get your picture?
I don't have a problem with it, but why?
Yeah, autograph the picture.
You're a hero, Sheppard. Decades from now, humanity's going to remember you, and I'll have your picture. Just hold up your gun. Perfect. Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
% range. Oh, the fan. Yeah. Oh, it's still on. So we'll need him again. Yes, we'll meet him again. Well then. Yeah, more
yes,
upgrades.
human. You need something, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Thank you, Potato. They have Geth Armory license. I'm taking that.
Yes, human. You need something, yes?
Sorry.
Yes, all right then. Good tidings to you, human. Yes, human. You need something.
Goodbye.
Yes, all right then. Good tidings to you, human.
I'm sorry.
Yes, human. You need something. I have never met him, human. Oh, you will be...
Okay. I see this. Okay. So for the armor, I won't get maybe with these licenses, we get some equipment on the ship that is better for our crew, so I can compare it. I hope I can compare it with our one. Maybe not. Hey, Arcan.
Go away. Let me drink. Not now. I'm watching the show.
I got business here, but not with you.
Let the ladies do their job, I guess. Not our crowd. We just been looking for work, not that kind of work. Or, relaxing? No. Entertainment? That kind of... Oh, thank you. Not our vibe. Doopy's lying on the dance floor now. To the Presidium.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
For a yogurt. Need to be taking preventative meds for debilitating cramps or monthly blood service. Blood sacrifice, blood service, blood death. As usually the first days are very, very painful. And they came out of nowhere, like about 2 years ago, maybe more, a little bit more. Oh boy. The contractions from the lining that's trying to get on.
Sounds good. Some of the others are going
things
for Novios for well thing.
Most people don't hear
Damn, I forgot that was today. Where's he going again?
Novaria.
Doctors.
Apparently, they've got a huge demand for corporate security.
Novaria? Isn't that the frozen planet?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't go, but I guess the pay's pretty good.
Huh.
Let's go.
Exogeny Corp recently released an official statement regarding their missing survey team in the Hades Gamma Cluster. According to the statement, the remains of the survey team were discovered not far from their abandoned research camp. There were no survivors. It is believed the researchers were the victims of a random attack by raiders or mercenaries. Names will be released after next of kin are notified.
Aye, aye. Let's go. Aye, aye.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment. Where there was only darkness, the enkindlers gave light. Where there was
Yeah, the soothing voice, the hammer. Let's go to the Citadel Tower.
Coming up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
Checks out.
I really appreciate what you're doing for me. Please let me know as soon as you find any information on my brother.
Right. So many missions I forgot about. What? Your Admiral. Your Admiral.
No, I'm waiting to... Commander, any word on my missing men?
I'm not sure how to tell you this, Admiral. Your men were killed by a thresher maw.
A thresher maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
Captain Anderson said you had it.
What? The missing recon group?
Anything you need from me?
Not right now, Sheppard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
Thank you, Admiral. It's a lot of money. Oh, we got Emily Wong again.
Hello again, Commander. I've got a
Interview?
proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
That seems like a step down from wide-scale corruption.
Actually, in a way, it's more important. This isn't about people getting rich. This is about safety. I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
I'm hearing noise. Sorry.
Huh.
Maybe somebody's cleaning. It's a thud. would like taking the elevators. I mean, we could use.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
That's tough. It's like in Rome when they need to build underground railway for the metro. And they keep finding artifacts from the Roman, ancient Rome. There's a lot of heads involved. There's a lot of stuff to do. Oh, yeah, somebody.
I'm telling you, this is not what Jake would want.
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want?
I'm the only person making sense right now. You're endangering your baby.
This baby is the only thing I have left of Jake. I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
What?
I'm certain that she has a good reason. I'd like to hear both sides.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
Well, she's the mother. I think she should choose.
It's Rebecca's child, Michael. I think you should honor her decision.
I don't know if it's the right one.
Damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
It's still her choice.
I know you want the best for your brother's child, but this isn't your decision.
Of course it is! I'm the closest thing to a father this baby is going to have.
Then support the baby's mother. Stand with her when she makes tough decisions.
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's all I have left of him. I need to know that the baby's safe.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
I think arguing with her if she's pregnant is a good thing.
I promise.
Stress is not
Thank you
good.
for talking with us. I appreciate it.
You know? Sometimes we need an external input to help us sort things out, once we have too much history.
Greetings, Earth Clan.
With people we
I
know.
believe congratulations are in order, Commander Sheppard. You are the first human to join the Spectres, yes?
It's a great honor.
One you are no doubt ready for. A word of warning, though. There are many eyes watching you now, Commander. Some of them want to see you fail. I, however, wish you only success. Perform well and you bring the Earth Clan one step closer to joining the Council. And if they let your people in, maybe there is hope for my own species one day, yes?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
It must be hard for them to not hold a resentment. You know, if they're, or being too passive aggressive about it. It's like, you know, they're seeing humans, they're seeing how they speak, even though they came before most of us. They're seeing themselves being...
Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
I would charge you, what?
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
Want to this? What? Why not?
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, I got renegade. Wonder if they're actually criminal or they're just business rivals. And we ended up.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Yes. All unique items. Battling and Sarah's Council. Yes. We want licenses. Just want the licenses. Just the licenses. Just the licenses. Huh.
Sure is peaceful here.
Guidance commentating. Is there somebody here?
Hello again. The consort is very pleased with everything that you have done for her.
I think I'm done here.
Of course. Come back anytime.
I see even the humans find the consort irresistible.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
One commander secret. She has appointments for months. Aye, aye. Intense femininity. Dominating the non-tangible world. All its layers. Aye, aye. Think Larissa was her name? Yep. There's the got a diplomat. A good diplomat. No acceptance.
So they finally did it. I knew one of your kind would make Spectre one day. I only hope you're better than the one they're sending you after.
I'll do everything I can to stop Saren.
That's what worries me. Was there something you wanted?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay. Narasana. Narasana.
I know you. You're Commander Sheppard, the human Spectre. Is there something I can do for you?
You're Nasana, right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. It didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
Dahlia's dead, Nasana, and I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits, but I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Sheppard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah. Got new power. You can have the same powers. Don't cannot bionic and ready.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you some?
Nothing.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Not much of a drinker. Can't drink. Can't smoke. Cause we get sick. Cause we get sick. Ooh. What is it? Enough manual. More Codex to read. Captain Anderson.
Your Novelia report raised a few eyebrows in the Council, Sheppard. I can't believe you let that queen live. There's a reason their species was nearly wiped out. You should have finished them off.
This queen isn't like the others. She's not interested in conquest or war.
Really? I'm glad you're an expert in a species we know virtually nothing about. I hope we're both still around in 50 years to see if you're right.
Genocide of an entire species is a terrible tragedy, Ambassador. Sheppard did the right thing.
Fine. I'll just tell everyone we figured it was a good idea to release a fertile Rachni queen in the wilds of Noveria. I'm sure nobody will have a problem with that.
Yes, Commander?
You okay?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pick, but you're the one who can stop Sarah. I believe in you, Sheppard.
Vermeer.
If that means I have to step aside...
Do you know anything about Vermeer?
Sorry, Sheppard. I've never even heard of it before all this. You'll have to go out there and check it out for yourself.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Thank you, Captain Anderson. I do not like the ambassador.
Surprised welcome. You have returned, human. Genuine inquiry.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
The EarthClan Spectre has returned to speak with me.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, EarthClan.
What were we saying? Yeah, passive aggressive. Being fed up with being passed over. Huh? I understand. We went everywhere, right? Oh no, we gotta plant the bug. Okay. I made the crime rules. Gotta plant the bug. Questa Sisak. Yeah. And we'll see if it bears fruit. I think this is the locking control. Inconspicuous. Inform Emily in the Citadel Tower. Okay. You can take the transit. I'm gonna read more Codex in a little bit. Let's see. I can get a bit. Waiting for the pain to subside as the medicine hopefully takes effect.
I'm already getting readings. This is gonna make a great... Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
It was no problem. Good luck with your story. It deserves to be heard.
I appreciate your support. I hope this will save some lives in the long run. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna show this to my publisher.
I didn't think she was gonna give us credit. That's a lot of credits. I was just gonna do the Paragon thing.
Liara, if your people don't need implants to use biotics, how come Asari don't use biotics more often?
While the Asari have natural biotic abilities, not all have the desire to learn to use their abilities effectively.
Are you kidding? To have that ability without implants and choose not to learn? I'll never understand the Asari.
Very princess.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
The EPNS is coming.
Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
We're going to see for equipment. Now let's explore. Right. Read some clip. My goodness gracious. Okay. Let's go for aliens. Council races. Asari culture. Okay. Because of their long lifespan, Asari tend to have a long view not common in other races. When they encounter a new species or situation, the Asari are more comfortable with an extended period of passive observation and study than immediate action. They are unfazed that some of their investments or decisions may not pay off for decades or centuries. Matriarchs can seem to make incomprehensible decisions, but their insight is evident when their carefully laid plans come to fruition. In interstellar relations, this long view manifests in an unspoken policy of centrism. The Asari instinctively seek to maintain stable balances of economic, political, and military power. Traditionally, Asari spread their influence through cultural domination and intellectual superiority. They invite new species of advanced development to join the galactic community, knowing that their ideals and beliefs will inevitably influence the existing culture. Foresight. Asari government. The Asari come late to the concept of world government. For centuries, their homeworld of Thessia was dotted with loose confederacies of great republican cities. It's like ancient Greece. The closest earthly equivalent would be the ancient Mediterranean city-states. Since the Asari culture values consensus and accommodation, there was little impetus to form larger principalities. Rather than hoard resources, the Asari bordered freely. Rather than attack one another over differing philosophies, they sought to understand one another. Oh, look at that. Only in the information age did the city-states grow close. Communication over the internet evolved into an electronic democracy. Asari have no politicians or elections, but a freewheeling, all-inclusive legislature that citizens can participate in at will. Policy debates take place at all hours of the day in official chat rooms and forums moderated by specially programmed virtual intelligences. Everybody has a say on everything. Can have a say in anything and can be taken seriously. All aspects, can evolve into something good for everybody. All aspects of policy are open to plebiscite at any time. In any given debate, the Asari tend to lend the most credence to the opinions of any matriarchs present, nearly always deferring to the experience of these millennia-old wise women. Bias. Achieving consensus through public debate may take too long in a crisis. In cases where prompt, decisive action is required, the Asari defer to the wisdom of local matriarchs. So though all Asaris versed in verbal debate or verbal skill set, do they all like externalize verbally everything? They're able to do it, so what if somebody is not into debating? Asari religion. The pantheistic mainstream Asari religion is Siari, which translates roughly as all in one. The faithful agree on certain core truths. The universe is a consciousness. Every life within it is an aspect of the greater whole, and death is a merging of one's spiritual energy back into the greater universal consciousness. Sirists don't specifically believe in reincarnation. They believe that spiritual energy returned to the universal consciousness upon death will eventually be used to fill new mortal vessels. Siari became popular after the Asari left their homeworld and discovered their ability to meld with nearly any form of life. This ability is seen as proof that all life is fundamentally similar. Siari priestesses see their role as promoting unity between the disparate shards of the universe's awareness. Before the rise of Siari pantheism, Asari religions were as diverse as their political opinions. The strongest survivor of those days in the monotheistic religion worshipping the goddess Athame. Like the Asari, the goddess cycles through the triple aspects of maiden, matron, and matriarch. Interesting. Salarian's League of One. Before they joined the Citadel Council, the Salarians' most potent military tool was a small reconnaissance team known as the League of One. Their primary training was in espionage and assassination. Fancy. Secrets and lies. Never more than a dozen strong, the team was adept at infiltrating the tightest defenses and eliminating all necessary obstacles. This built their cell, Only a few top members of government and military were privy to the League's identities. League members wore no distinguishing garments and held no particular rank. The only evidence of their participation in the League was a small medallion presented to each member upon induction. This secrecy was maintained until the formation of the Council. In an effort to dispel rumors and appraise their new Azari partners, the Solarian Union released all classified documents pertaining to the League. The League of One was suddenly exposed and in danger of being hunted by enemies of the Solarians. Before any harm could be done, the team mysteriously disappeared. Most assumed this was a convenient lie to help hide their identities, but a few months later the inner captain was murdered. Though there was no incriminating evidence, it was clear who was responsible. Realizing the threat posed by this rogue outfit, the Special Tasks Group dispatched a team of hunters. When they didn't return, the SDG dispatched 10 of its brightest operators with broad discretionary powers. Only 2 returned. They reported no evidence of the League. No further incidents were reported, and it was assumed the League was wiped out. Some recently declassified documents, however, have suggested there may have been a 13th member who eluded the Solarian military. Solarian Special Task Group. Solarian intelligence field agents are grouped into an organization called the Special Task Group. SDG operators work in independent cells, performing dangerous missions such as counterterrorism, infiltration, reconnaissance, assassination, and sabotage. Oh, geez, all like easy, happy stuff. The SDG is a proactive organization puncturing worrisome trends before they become movements. At any time, a dozen groups are operating covertly within the lawless terminus systems, sowing dissent among the various factions. Civilian analysts also note how troublesome hinge point individuals in Terminus frequently meet unexpected deaths. SCG operators are feared throughout the galaxy for their clear-eyed, remorseless practicality. They are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve their mission, even if it kills civilians or results in the team's own destruction. In many ways, they are akin to the Council Spectres. Recently, a number of SDG cells have been redeployed from Solarian Union. It is assumed they are in the Terminus and Attican Traverse, investigating reports of Geth activity beyond the Perseus Veil. Let's take a break from the alien. What is it? Ships and vehicles. Space combat general tactics. Shells lofted by surface navies crash back to the Earth when their acceleration is overwhelmed by gravity and air resistance. In space, a projectile has unlimited range. It will keep moving until it hits something. Practical gunnery range is determined by the velocity of the attacker's ordnance and the maneuverability of the target. Beyond a certain range, a small ship's ability to dodge trumps larger attacker's projectile speed. The longest ranged combat occurs between dreadnoughts, whose projectiles have the highest velocity but are the least maneuverable. The shortest range combat is between frigates, which have the slowest projectile velocity and highest maneuverability. Opposing dreadnoughts are open with a main gun artillery duo at extreme ranges of tens of thousands of kilometers. The fleets close, maintaining evasive lateral motions while keeping their bow guns facing the enemy. Fighters are launched and attempt to close to disrupt torpedo range. Incursions admirals weaken the enemy with ranged fire and fighter strikes before committing to close action. Aggressive commanders advance so cruisers and frigates can engage. At long range, the main guns and cruisers become useful. Friendly interceptors engage enemy fighters until the attackers enter the range of ship-based garden fire. Dreadnoughts fire from the rear, screened by smaller ships. Commanders must decide whether to commit to a general melee or retreat into FTL. At medium range, ships can be broadside guns, fleets intermingle, and it becomes difficult to retreat in order. Ships with damaged kinetic barriers are vulnerable to wolfpack frigate flotillas that speed through the battle space. Only frigates enter close knife Only fighters and frigates enter close knife fight ranges of 10 or fewer kilometers. Fighters lose their disruptor torpedoes, bringing down a ship's kinetic barriers and allowing it to be swarmed by frigates. Guardian lasers become viable weapons, swatting down fighters and blowing away warship armor. Neither dreadnoughts nor cruiser can use their main gun at close range. Laying the bow on a moving target becomes impossible. Superheated thruster exhausts becomes a hazard.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. She shouldn't have ambushed you like that, but you handled it pretty well.
We had differences of opinion, sir. I hope she at least believed my sincerity.
You handled yourself pretty well, Commander. She came across like a raving idiot. There is one other matter, however. The Citadel has been trying to play down Saren going rogue. It makes the Spectres look bad. Your mention of him was politically inconvenient.
I wasn't aware of that. I won't discuss him again, sir.
I'd appreciate that, Commander. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Somebody should have given us the media training on that. Let's go explore. I forgot that I need to read some more. How beautiful it is. We got Hydra and we got Phoenix.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Sheppard, this is Admiral Kahoku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher War. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus. An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago. Dropped right off the grid. Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Sheppard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them. I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
The first year of Cerberus. Not gonna be the last, right? Seba. Seba is a standard Neptune-type gas giant. The upper cloud decks of its hydrogen-helium atmosphere tinted a dramatic blue by traces of methane. Beautiful color. Over the period 162.1 Earth years, radius 45,145 kilometers, day length 12.8 Earth hours. Gas deposit helium-3. Kanrum. Kanrum is a small rocky world, the trace atmosphere of methane and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of magnesium and silicates with deposit of carbon. Kanrum was the site of warlord Shagur's defeat by Turian peacekeeping forces during the Krogan rebellions. While this band was not especially powerful, Shagur's was a female warlord, and one of the few remaining fertile females at that. She had the viciousness and cunning parlayed her unique value into a position of power. Krogan males competed for the right to join her band and lie with her. When Shagur's death was announced, vengeful male Krogan admirers near and far swore blood oaths against the participating Turian crews. In the end, several thousands of the Turian participants were killed in open combat or through assassination. To this day, many Krogan proudly proclaim that they have the blood of Shigor. Orbit period 67.3 Earth years, radius 5,220 kilometers, day length 32.5 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.07 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature minor 132 degrees Celsius, surface gravity 0.55 G. Terrain insignia recovered. Scans of the Panican room revealed dangerous levels of radiation coming from orbit. Chief Engineer Adam Adams conducted further scans and discovered the remains of an ancient warhead marked with the Parthia colony insignia. Theia is a large gas giant with traces of chlorine and sodium in its atmosphere. It also has a significant amount of water vapor in the clouds of its upper atmosphere. Theia was struck by an asteroid at least 12 kilometers in diameter. Within the last 100 years, this superheating caused by the impactor's atmospheric passage created a large bank of vicious storms along the equatorial band. Orbiter period 12.8 Earth years, radius 60,774 kilometers, day length 11.8 Earth hours. That goes.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call. The Sacred Angel medical transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Aye. Level 2 heat hazard. Matgos is a large terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Its hot surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of potassium and heavy metals. It is a mineralogical treasure trove, with concentrated heavy elements constantly being brought to the surface by volcanic activity. Matgos is inhospitable and dangerous, and expeditions must be well prepared to survive any length of time. With its high mass, heat-trapping clouds, and constant volcanic venting, Matgos seems well on its way to becoming a Venusian pressure cooker world. Orbital period 2.8 Earth years, radius 7,301 kilometers, day length 47.2 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 1.00 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 169 degrees Celsius, surface gravity 1.1 G. Before we go on this, let's read Marvelous. Marvelous has a thick atmosphere of nitrogen and helium. Its surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of alumina with deposits of borax. The planet has an extensive network of subterranean caves formed over the millennia by volcanic processes. In these relatively cool areas, some primitive life has developed. Orbital period 0.4 Earth years, radius 9,593 kilometers, day length 19.4 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 1.3 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 503 degrees Celsius, surface gravity 1.2 G. Let's land. Should we break? While searching the wreckage, you found a very old letter stamped with the Gothi's colony insignia. Unfortunately, the text is indecipherable.
Heading out.
Push the crash.
Securing point.
Mercury. Wow. Deposit Mercury.
There is the wreckage. I do not see any survivors.
Damn it. It's a trap.
en route.
Thorium. Deposit of thorium. I think everything. Fell into the trap. Let's go to Phoenix. Did we have a mission arc as well? Babinok is a small terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of carbonaceous material, water ice, and low-density silicates, rare but concentrated ions of light metal. Metals have been deposited by asteroid impacts. One hemisphere of Babinok is covered by surface deposits of oxidized copper. Approximately 270 years ago, a Turian bulk gas transport was attacked by pirates in the Phoenix system. Damage it made a rough landing on Babinok. The heat of the landing melted significant quantities of surface ice, and ruptured shipping containers spilled logs across the surface. Before this evaporated and escaped Babinok's weak gravity, it reacted to cause the widespread rust. Orbit appeared 94.7 Earth years, radius 3,379 kilometers, day length 68.3 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.27 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature minus 154 degrees Celsius, surface gravity 0.28 G. Light metals, a deposit of cobalt. Tau is an enormous low-density terrestrial planet with a thick atmosphere of methane and helium. Despite being nearly 28 U from Phoenix, the star's great heat and the insulating thickness of the atmosphere makes the surface surprisingly temperate. The crust is mainly composed of sodium and silicon dioxide with deposits of various metals. While Tau is not habitable, the relative pleasantness of the surface conditions make it a popular location for small ships traveling through the Argos Road cluster to land for drive discharge. Orbital period 63.8 Earth years, radius 11,867 kilometers, day length 69.7 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 3.12 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 29 degrees Celsius, surface gravity 1.1 G. We can land. Salto. Salto is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant. It has no remarkable features. Just plain. Orbit period 36.0 Earth years, radius 56,621 kilometers, day length 13.6 Earth hours. Patashi is a sun-blasted terrestrial world whose atmosphere was blasted away millennia ago by the star Phoenix. The surface is scorching hot. So white star system. Galaxy, okay, star system galaxy. And composed of iron with deposits of thin. The main essential sun, the star. Due to its relatively low density, Patashi is tidally locked to Phoenix. Seas of molten light metals cover much of the sun wave side. By the way, star systems look very much like atoms. Molecule like a printed. Orbit period 0.3 Earth years, radius 10,082 kilometers, day length 0.3 Earth years, atmospheric pressure 0.00 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 546 degrees Celsius, surface gravity 0.75 G. Rare element samarium. Argos Row was Garrus's. mission. Garrison Rex. Yeah. Where are we? Oh, hidden structure. Should I go directly with that? I think we should. Carnage. Hidden structure. Animation is very funny. Blasted with an alcohol. Alright. Lighting head.
I know who runs this place.
Have you been here before?
No, but I was planning to come here before you and I met. This place belongs to a Turian scum named Ton Actus. It's a long story, but he's got something that belongs to me.
Well, what is it?
Family armor. It's been with us for over 5 generations. Turian military took it from my father's father after the war. Somehow this ass wound up with it. I want it back.
We'll get it back. Now let's move.
Right behind you.
I had no idea. I had no idea there's a mission for him. But I have it unlocked. I've had it unlocked in the... him. Now we need to get the other ones. Thank you for staying still.
Now it gets fun. Take cover!
Friendly fire.
Fire in the hole! Incoming! To me.
Advance. Okay, 2 left.
Huddle up.
Advance. Where is it?
Go, go, go!
It's upstairs, okay. Both upstairs.
Charging up.
Need the medikit. What encryption?
I'm a little busy here.
Got on with it. Be careful climbing the stairs now. There's one less enemy up there. Oof. That's a sniper.
Perimeter secured.
This is it. I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap, but at least I've got it back.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Sheppard.
Rex touches. I've never seen this. Rex touches his grandfather's armor. His expression, thoughtful perhaps, Krogan are hard to read. Then he shakes off his bemusement and grips his gun with renewed purpose. Time to move on. Hi. Did I discover something good for him? That's nice. Again. We really need to upgrade our equipment properly. I'm just doing like a half-assed job at it. Resistance. Light metal. From upstairs. Yes. This area and this. So there's some deposits. Yes. Okay. The Mako life. The heavy metal, the mercury. Sorry, capsule. You found one of the matriarchs leaving Naga's writing on his body. It's possible the writings came from the nearby ruins. Destroying artifacts. Nice. There's everything over here. It's a nice expanse. It could be a treasure mark. It could be a treasure mark. How many treasure mods did I find? Like 3? I think I found 3. Let me see. Gemini signals, Iris gamma. Exodus cluster. Is it Hades Gamma? This. I'm finding out that yes, I did. And I guess I'll go to Gemini Signal. Meg, look how different they are. Meg. So the Meg. Gemini Signal. Trying to do them like this to see. MSV Worthington. Okay. Altanark is a small but typical hydrogen helium gas giant with no standing features. Its combination of strong magnetic field and relatively shallow gravity will make it a popular stopover world for discharging FTL drive cores. Orbital period 4005.7 Earth years. So slow. Radius 32,602 kilometers. Day length 16.3 Earth year hours. Medallion. Scanning Altanark revealed something of interest in the debris field. Joker brought the Normandy in close, and a small team was able to retrieve some valuable detritus, including a League of One medallion. League of One. Perrig is a large rock planet with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Despite lying over 600 IAU from Ming, its surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of alumina with deposits of silver. Due to the radiation and heat, landing on Perrig's sunward side with anything less than warship-grade shielding would likely be fatal. Perrigs rotate at a retrograde to the rest of the Ming system, indicating it is likely a captured body. Orbital period 1,930.3 Earth years. Radius 7,979 kilometers. Day length 22.4 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 1.58 atmosphere. Surface temperature 1,117 Celsius. Surface gravity 2.0 G. Light metal titanium. Antiropus is a hydrogen helium gas giant that formed in the outer regions of Ming's system, and it is in the process of migrating inwards. In a few million years, the planet's atmosphere will begin to boil away into space. There is a sizable temperature difference between the size of Antiropus facing the energetic blue giant primary and the side facing the cold of deep space. This variance powers massive cyclonic wind systems. The intense heat it absorbs from the sun, in addition to its own internal heat engine, causes the planet's dark side to radiate faintly in the infrared. Orbit period 284.2 Earth years, radius 57,948 kilometers. Day length 10 Earth hours. Hey. MSV Worthington. The Worthington is a Coloon-class modular conveyor of human design, configured for mixed freight and passenger hauling. The ship appears to be in a shutdown state. The main thrusters are cold and it is adrift off the orbit of Antiropus. The registry, the Morrison Company, Shanxi. Huh. Shanxi. I'm gonna carry the humans with me. Let's see.
Guess nobody's home.
Someone must have shut down all systems, except basic life support.
Shanxi. So much cargo, so much money. Shanxi. Reminds me of something. Shanxi.
Hear that? We're not alone.
Somebody set that trap. This whole place could be wired.
Why did I fall from the sniper? You cannot jump through crates. Cannot jump through crates. Oh. I thought you disappeared. Knock tires. So there are 3 points. Should I go here first? Medical. Medical. Average decryption. Source.
Jacob's not going to make it. His brain was deprived of oxygen for too long. There's nothing any of us can do for him now except let him die with dignity. It's what he would want. I'm more worried about Julia now. She's showing signs of severe depression. I gave her some meds that should help, but I better warn the captain.
So there is a crew.
Looks like that machine is keeping him alive.
No brain activity. He's dead. This body is nothing but an empty shell.
Maybe we should shut the machine down. It's the merciful thing to do.
Your call, Commander. But maybe we should wait until we know more about what's going on before we do anything.
Okay, that's right. Let's go here. Anybody?
They say Jacob's gone. They say his brain isn't functioning anymore, and they want to shut off his machines. But Jacob's the only thing in the world that matters to me. I don't know how to help him, and it's tearing me up inside. I just feel so helpless, so damn angry. Dr. Smith gave me some meds to calm down, but I didn't take them. I can't. Not until I figure out a way to help Jacob. I won't give up on him. I won't!
So he's up running here?
Jacob is showing no signs of brain activity. There's nothing more we can do for him. He wouldn't want to be kept alive by machines, so we're going to disconnect the life support. Dr. Smith is worried about Julia's reaction, though. She can't seem to let Jacob go. The stress is making her implants flare up, causing intense migraines. It'll probably be easier for everyone if we don't tell her until after we shut the life support down. Give her a chance to... Julia, what are you doing here? Why are you...
Over there!
Julia. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You did the right thing, Commander.
I'm so sorry. Hope you get to see each other in the afterlife. It's harsh, isn't it? Not being able to help someone you love. Could also mean yourself. Feeling helpless to do something. But the helplessness, probably the way we're going at things is not the way that it would help fix it, right? Or not fix it. Sometimes fixing it is not the solution. Got some insect activity. Bothers me. Got some insect activity. Pontatanlis. Pontatanlis is a large rock world with an unusually thin atmosphere of hydrogen and carbon monoxide. The frigid world's crust contains extensive deposits of uranium and occasional iodes of naturally occurring plutonium. With a total mass more than 4 times that of Earth, Pontatanlis should have a significantly thicker atmosphere. This unusual feature has flagged it as worthy of scientific investigation, but the need for expensive amounts of radiation shielding has deterred interest. Over the period 2,097.4 Earth years, a radius 8,927 kilometers, day length 36.0 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.06 atmospheres, surface temperature minus 174 Celsius, surface gravity 2.8 G, light metal, beryllium. Beryllium. Farkrothu. A standard gas hydrogen helium gas giant, Farkrothu is only distinguished by its moons. Several dozens of them have been sculpted into the likeness of an anthropodal alien race, not yet known to Council science. Radiometric dating suggests the moon would worked over 500,000 years ago. Orbital period 112.1 Earth years, radius 66,014 kilometers, day length 8.4 Earth hours. Mavagon. Warning, left to cold hazard. Mavagon is a small rock and ice planet with a thin atmosphere of ammonia and methane. The surface is frozen and nearly composed of tin with deposits of potassium. The planet has a rudimentary ammonia-based life, mainly concentrated around the geothermal vents deep underground. Severe storm cycles are common. Due to limited visibility, navigation may be difficult. Orbital period 42.3 Earth years, radius 4,906 kilometers, day length 52.0 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.82 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature minus 124 degrees Celsius, surface gravity 0.8 G. I found Huntington is a Jovian-sized gas giant with a standard hydrogen-helium atmosphere. Traces of methane give the planet its distinct cobalt blue tint. Spectral analysis indicates its extensive ring system is mostly composed of ice crystals. Huntington has an exceptionally powerful magnetic field, which creates strong radio interference throughout the inner system. Orbital period 31.8 Earth years, radius 33,730 kilometers, day length 16.7 Earth hours. Interesting. Paraben is a small, unremarkable rock world. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of calcium with deposits of aluminum. Paraben's low mass has left it tidally locked to the star hum. If there were any resources of value, mining stations could be established on a relatively temperate twilight band. Orbital period 0.5 Earth years, radius 4,839 kilometers, day length 0.5 Earth years, atmospheric pressure 0.0 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 414 Celsius, surface gravity 0.5 G. Scans of Paraben revealed an unmanned station in geosynchronous orbit. Your salvage team found no evidence of the origins of the station, but they did find one of Matriarch Dornaga's writings on board. It's land of Navgon. Yeah. What time is it? Okay. Maybe need to go. Let's go. Yeah. It looks like the moon surface. A syndicate. A syndicate hideout. What do I got left? Victorians. Ish. Okay. I think this is it for me. Right now. Just to rest my voice a little bit more, because I talked a lot today, both from Codex and personal sharings. And I hope I'll be able to be here same time tomorrow. And either with Mass Effect or Spyro, I am still at the third one. Yes, the Red trilogy. Second world of the third game. Yes. Freeing those eggs. Pre-accessorized eggs. And or we got multiplayer games that can also play offline here and there, just not to set up a stream and all the resources and stuff that it takes to keep it going and avoid any malfunctions and stuff that I noticed last time I did. Repo was pretty fun, though I was very lucky that I found one companion that stayed and was very generous and competent and very expert and had, you know, cool ideas and was kind when I made some mistakes and was distracted by Angela's cuddles. And so these are kind of things. For Repo, I think later, but you know, this month it's pretty tough. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I would have to do it at this time, which then there aren't many players around, especially during the week. And I would think multiplayer games either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But you know, I'm very still working a lot, so I just can't. You know, I need some rest and some off time too from the screen as well. Simply also work on the screen, and so it's a lot. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that you're able to drink, eat, and rest properly. You will take care of yourself. You will learn something new every day, or you know, challenge something to in your path or in yourself that allows you to learn something good and constructive for you, your life, your environment, type of challenges you have to face. If they, you know, safe space. If not, you're probably not watching this, I hope. Or perhaps, I don't know, you're maybe distracting yourself, but there's plenty of content before anybody finds. Yes, it's gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a relic in the internet, in the YouTube verse. So I hope see you next time. Or that may be. The VODs are kinda live, so on the internet, although I would like to do some extensive editing. Just either I'd rather be streaming, so either I stream or I edit. If I don't edit, I stream. If I stream, I don't edit. So I'm kinda debating things. So see you next time. I'm glad you're valid. Glad you're on Jessica, sleeping. She's dreaming. She's been kicking for a little bit. And we'll see you next time.